Winston Churchill stood in the dimly lit hallway of the White House, a cigar clenched between his teeth. The British Prime Minister had just finished a long bath after another grueling wartime meeting with President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The hour was late, and the grand residence was quiet, save for the distant hum of Secret Service agents on duty. Wrapped in a towel, Churchill stepped out of the bathroom and into the adjacent Lincoln bedroom, a room steeped in history where the great emancipator himself had once worked. The air was cool, despite the warmth of the summer night. Then he saw it. A tall, gaunt figure stood by the fireplace, his back turned, draped in a long black coat. The man's silhouette was unmistakable, the high collar, the unruly hair, the unmistakable profile. Lincoln. Churchill froze, his cigar nearly slipping from his lips. The figure didn't move, didn't speak. It simply stood there, as if lost in thought, gazing into the empty hearth. For a moment, the Prime Minister wondered if exhaustion had conjured the vision. But then, slowly, the figure turned its head, just slightly, as if aware of being watched. Churchill, never one to shy away from confrontation, cleared his throat. "Mr. President?" The air grew colder. The figure remained still. Then, without a sound, it faded, dissolving into the shadows of the room as though it had never been there at all. Churchill exhaled sharply. He glanced around, half expecting to see some trick of the light, some logical explanation. But the room was empty. The next morning, over breakfast with Roosevelt, Churchill mentioned the encounter casually, as if discussing the weather. "You saw him then?" Roosevelt said with a knowing smile. Churchill raised an eyebrow. "You mean to tell me I'm not the first?" Roosevelt chuckled. "Far from it. Lincoln walks these halls. Always has." Churchill took a long drag from his cigar, considering. "Well," he said at last, "if I must share a house with a ghost, I'm glad it's an ally." And with that, the two leaders returned to their war plans, leaving the mystery of Lincoln's ghost and its silent vigil over the White House unanswered.